Hey, this is Blind Fox and welcome at my playthrough on Farm Simulator 25. So in this playthrough, what is different from me from other ones? This is specifically geared to people that A, have difficulty in seeing. Is it possible to do this game? B, how does this game look at very low settings? And if you've got movement problems, that might also help you. So let's see, options. Here's our graphics. You can see we are on low graphics and we are really low graphic. I've got some settings there. So our mods. The only mods I actually do have is these what do you call it? Official mods. I do have most of the official mods downloaded. Whether or not they are installed in the different games, but I did download all of them. This is where I got them. I'm not going to use them, but here is basically where you get the mods from. It will show you what you have. It will show you if there's what is installed. You can see here I've got all of these installed. There's none who has to be updated. This is basically your official DLC content. And yes, we do have precision farming enabled, which can be a problem actually if you play this game for the first time, because in the tutorial you actually do some planting. Now you can play this on easy if you want to. It's more easy for you because you don't get charged such a high percentage if you buy from the farm directly from the farm, or if you sell your goods directly. But we'll try this on normal. We'll be brave. I'm going to do the tutorial just because you or do I want to do the tutorial? Well, it's a good way of actually being introduced to stuff, but no, I don't think we want the guided intro tour. So here you choose your mods that you actually want to use for that specific game. Deselect all. This is all the ones I want. The rest I want to not have. The problem with using mods is they sometimes give problems, and with my microphone setup I sometimes do get problems with the game anyway. As I said, this is the official mods. This is basically stuff that gets sort of see if it's correct, see if it works correct. You could really work on this, but I don't know. You can always add some new mods later if you want to add some new mods here. Any case, so let's go on. So now it just tells you some stuff, how long you've played, what's the map. Doesn't tell you your game type, and I think you can set the game type in game as well anyway. So we are not gonna get our little intro from Walter. It's just because if you get stuck, if you've got movement problems, or you can get your vehicle stuck, and if you get it stuck while in game or in the tutorial bit, you can't get it out again. So this is our character. We're gonna go for the British look. Nice big farm boots. do have to have some protection, so we do have gloves. We've got our tweed jacket, got the hat. We're going a bit unnormal with a jean, but hey, who cares? This game, you will see the character isn't as good as some other games' characters, but this game is not about your character. It's much more about the farm machinery. So we've got on the right corner, we've got our movement control stuff. What do, what does what where. So you can read that. So we can switch between stuff, toggle hand tools. We've got the toggle map view. So let's just run through that. You know, that's numlog 9, not that one. You get this map, so if you want a big map, no map. Oh, there we go. We like that map maybe, or we like this map. Which one do we want? No, we don't want this one, because this one sort of, I think, turns around when we do. Yeah, we don't want that one. Let's see this one. Which one do we want? We want the one that stays where it is put. Yes, we want this one. So here is our farm, and all of our stuff is parked. We've got this nice trailer. To get our wheat and stuff on. This is just sort of a thing in game. You can't really do anything with it. These are just sort of buildings. Here is Walter. This is supposed to be our grandfather. In the tutorial he will tell you he is your grandfather. Here is some bees. They produce honey. You place their hives next to your fields. Your honey spawns there. We've got 2 silos over yonder. We've got a empty fuel tank at the moment. We've got a hooked up tractor with a cultivator. Now, why are you starting? You are not supposed to do that. Where's auto start? Snow. Traffic. Where's auto start? We don't have crop destruction. We want off. Periodic plowing is off at the moment. Fieldstone is on. Wheat is on. We want that destruction to be there. Automatic engine start we want off. So dirt we have. Stop and go braking, I think that's what we want. We do have trailer full limit, we want that on. Fuel usage, you can go normal, you can go low. Let's go normal for this. Then we've got AI worker. Refill, no. We don't want those on. No. Manure, no. The reason we want this stuff off is he will buy stuff and it's annoying. Okay, this is on. Okay, so that we want on. Yes. So here is basically our settings. Here is our farm. This is what we owe. We've got 2 fields ready to harvest. This one is already harvested. So is this one. This one does have crop stubble on it. No weeds growing. You can see here these 2 fields, not ours, but it's growing well. The fields that's ours, it's got green numbers, the other ones doesn't. Then we've got, just again, a lot of stuff that is shown where. Again, what we own and what we don't own. You can see here how far our land stretches. Active workers. Okay, this is our precision farming module. So, before we do anything, why aren't you doing what you should do? I want to purchase. Oh wait, hang on. Oh, there we go. So you can do this soil sampling with actual tools, or you can just buy it. If you are a beginner, I would suggest do not start with this damn precision farming. Although it's cool with the environmental stuff, it does suck some. Because you can actually go into negative here, and you can lose money. A thing you do not want to do is cultivating if you do precision farming. It does take a bit of your precision farming stuff. So because we are going to do cultivation, well, that's just how it's going to be. Here is our lime. The CCHP is regulated by adding lime to your crops. This is regulated by adding fertilizer to your crops, nitrogen. You can either do it by manure or by slurry as well. I have a liquid or solid fertilizer. Here is your yield stuff. This is how you seed it, but we haven't done anything on this stuff yet. You can also enable trim lines. You can also clear your yield. Trim lines. I do not want trim lines. None. Work direction doesn't matter. We're not going to use trim lines. Okay. There on the right hand top is the first one is the weather currently. Then we've got the month. Then we've got the time. Then we've got game acceleration. That's the +5. And then we've got our actual minutes. Now I want to do certain things. Okay, so this one, is it already? It's not, it's just plowed. It's not cultivated yet. So, we are going to start. You can do this. Now you can do it yourself by using these. Oh, come on, what did we just do? By using these lines. You click on one and then it lines you up for it. Basically go stand there, push the H button, it goes green, you lower your thing and you cultivate. But this is for people that really, so you can do it that way. You can also, what I like to do, is hire a worker. So we're going to do that for this. And hire our worker. He is then, and you push H, and he should then now starting the cultivation. To switch between machinery, you push the what do you call it? The tab button, then you switch between your machinery. So we've got some fields to harvest. Here is our. You start your engine by using the enter key, and you can read there what it says. So how am I going to do this series? I'm going to use as much automatization as I possibly can. Release it with Q. Now I need to figure out which way to go. The reason is, if you've got movement or visual disability, it is difficult. You either line your things up, which takes a lot of time. Anyway, this you cannot do automatically. Or not that I know of, without using, I think, certain mods. Oh, come on, and then you have to, do this whole thing. Oh yeah, and Tracy, keep watching. I will in a bit do some interesting things that you might find funny or very, very interesting. So to do this, you do X. That will deploy. Open your harvester. Put it down with V button and turn it on with the L. Now just bump this out of the way. And later on, these cattle that is around here, you can actually, let me just save the game. You can actually just ignore them for now. Basically because they won't die. They just will not increase or anything. Now we don't have crop destruction on, but if you had crop destruction on, you could literally destroy your crops here. So we will do some for you guys. We'll do some work here. So we'll do this. We'll do the A. And off we go. Now you can see I can follow the thing does it automatically. But I see now what happens is it just goes like this. But I want a swap. So what you do is you press the period. Come on, where's my period? Oh, come on. Enabled now? And I can never see if it's enabled or not. It's not. Why does it not want to do what I want it to do? It's extraordinarily annoying today. Well, what? Hang on, what am I actually? Oh no, sorry, this is soy, it's not... It doesn't have a store stop. Sorry, I think this is soy. if I'm not mistaken. Oh, sorry, granola. Sorry. Granola doesn't have straws. Wow. Yeah. Yes. So granola doesn't have a straw. Well. Now that we showed you that you couldn't be an idiot anyway, and not get your game right. So granola, as I said, does not do that. So we are going to do some work on things. And yes, you can sit inside of the tab. Look around us. We've got our steering wheel, we've got some things there. So let's do a bit of farming. And it's easier if you are at the end of the stuff. To actually go out of your vehicle to turn. Of course you have better control and you can see more. You can work with the visual control stuff. This field can give you problems because it is structured so very funny. There's one there. So our other tractor is still working. And we have completed a road for the circle of our field. So there we go. We've completed one little circuit. And this is to get easy, so we're gonna employ a worker. It does cost us money. Yes, I know. It costs us money because you pay for the worker. And you can see our money counting a bit down. But there is a reason I'm doing this. Mind you, this is I think one of the first buildings that I will remove. Because it's mine. Oh, we have to get into some time later. Why is my autosave on? Why? Autosave shouldn't be on. General, autosave. Where's autosave? Units. Where's autosave? I don't want autosave on. Help. Colorblind mode we don't have on. Yes. Yes. Field info, yes. Where is autosave? Radio is not enabled here. Where is our autosave? I thought it was off. Ah, no, it's not. Automatic save. We want it off. Because sometimes you do something very stupid and then you don't want to save it. Alright, so here we've got we've got seasons turned on. So we are currently in August, and this, the green is what we can plant now. The red is what we can harvest now. And this is all the crops we can have. Here is our animals. They are really doing nothing. They can't really reproduce on grass. They really cannot do anything. You can feed them TMR, hay, silage or grass. Grass doesn't really do much. We do have contracts though. And we will get into some contracts maybe in a bit. I rarely do the harvesting contracts because you have to move crops about. Hoeing you can do. Mowing you can do. Rock stuff you can do. Weeding you can do. And you can use your own equipment or you can hire equipment. Now here is all of the we don't have any production. Here is everything that's available on the map. Here is our prices. If we want to sell, say, our granola today, price isn't very high. We might just store it and sell it later. And there, let's see, if we press the P key, we go to the shop. Here is the what is cheap. We've got a bale wrapper. This is a round bale wrapper. I am not a fan of round bale wrappers. Here is the animal wagon. Here is our fertilizer we can buy. But what we really want is in a fertilizer is this one. Where is it? No, it's not. This is liquid. No, this is sprayers. Where's the other fertilizer? Manure, solid fertilizers. We want this one. For a very simple reason, because you can do lime with this. A 6-meter spreading discs. So there we go, you can do this. Now the thing is, do we buy this outright or not? So this will cost us extra. And it's a question, do you want to buy it yet or no? We actually do want to have it. What you can do is you can always lease this. It will cost you only 1,000 and something to lease it. We're not going to do it yet. What we want to do here is go and put on our trailer, which is hiding in this shed here. Now this is one of the first sheds I'm going to remove, because I want to put other stuff here later on, and it just clutters up my farmyard, and I'm not going to park my freaking vehicles in there. because you have to do this thing. It's called reversing, and you can see how very good I am with this reversing bit. Oh, Q. Now I'm connected, and it's really difficult as well to drive. For me to drive like this, it's better for me to drive in third person like that. And there's too much trees around here as well. Tracy, I think you can see all of these trees, and if you think you might figure out what I'm going to do with them. Now did this thing not work? Oh, come on. You know what I hate? When this stuff doesn't want to work. Come on, I did switch you over, didn't I? I did. Silly thing. And if I was actually thinking and looking at this earlier, this damn thing would have done its work. It's not with me. And the automatic worker sort of don't always know where he's working. Of course I screwed him around a bit. Let's see if he's gonna screw himself out. This is fun. Let me just switch this thing off. I think I'm no, let me just switch you off. What is he doing? What are you doing? Are you just getting somewhere you want to be? You know, these workers normally start at a specific place in the field. That's why he's going crazy like this. It's not always a good thing to start them in the middle of the job. They do take some time to get themselves sorted, and he sorted himself. Grand. Now we don't have any sensors on our vehicles yet, so don't expect our farming to be as nicely as it could be. And we don't, as I said, have crop destruction on because we can't drive. I think, what is this? So here we've got another field. I wonder, are you cultivated yet? Let's see. That's what the barley field doesn't look cultivated to me. So we'll start him on that. And it will start cultivating himself. Now you might think, but this is not a farming, why aren't you riding? Stuff. Just to get our stuff sorted out. Now on this map, wrong place. There is a Graneelevator Museum. In that Graneelevator Museum, there is stuff you can do. So this thing nicely cultivated now, so what we need to do now is plant. Ah, there's the stupid hut. So in the Graneelevator Museum there is 25 articles that you can find. And this is one of them. So I've got 24 left. Sometimes if you go here on the map, it sometimes shows you where they are. I'm not sure when it starts showing, but in a previous game it did show, and I did not use a cheat code to turn it on. So cultivation, some of this stuff normally starts in the middle. You're wondering why aren't we planting? We are not planting because we're waiting for this one to be full. When you collect something you get 10,000 extra. And this is the thing we will do now. So they are gonna basically plow and do their things. While they are doing it, I'm going to hunt for the rest of pieces. But not to spoil your fun, I am not gonna show you where I find them. There is videos on the internet showing you where all the pieces are. And I can't do this, let the game do this, and you know, yet you be on one part of the game and I be on another part of the game. So yeah. Is it our cow? You can just run on like they do. But before we go and hunt, I want to do something. So this is sort of your specials. There's no special I want at the moment. What is this? This machine or use crops. Okay, this machine is used to seed crops. Ah. But do we want this machine? We can't afford it. So all of these machines you can see here are sort of on discount, and they have some usage already in. What I do want is this hand tools. And all of these saws do the same thing. All of these saws look the same. So, which one do we want? We can have a steel. We've got the choice of 3. We'll do this one and buy it. We'll buy it, yes. Okay. So we'll buy it. Tracy, you will find this interesting. Here is our cows. You can just leave them for now. They just hang around here, not really doing anything specific. But yes. You can do this with one of them. Here you can cut when this is green. You really want to cut it off as low as possible. And if you want to know where your tree is going to fall, if it's a single trunk tree, it will fall the side opposite from where you start cutting. And yes, we are going to bump into other trees. So you jump on your tree. Start the saw without it showing anything there. And then you just run up the tree bowl. You crouch and you run up, and it should relatively easily trim your tree for you. Eventually we will need to remove these tree boles and tree stumps, but we want to get a sawmill. It's gonna be difficult for us to get it at first, so to do we need the money so that we can buy the stuff to get the sawmill to get started. So we will pause it a bit. And I will go and hunt for stuff. This one is also busy, this one is still waiting. while this is doing its thing, we're going to go and hunt for some of the stuff, and I'll bring you back to the places. Okay, we haven't collected all of the stuff. We've collected 3 so far. But we need to empty our harvester at the moment. So we're going to transfer ourselves into our harvester, start it up, swing out the pipe, see if we are in the correct position, and yes we are, and it fills it. And there we go, we are done. Pop the pipe back in. So basically the first day you get here, you basically just plant. Now if you do not play with precision farming enabled, so here we've got some crops. Now I can do this because I do not have crop destruction enabled. So we're going to start our worker off, that he can do his job. Hang on, no, I forgot to do this. So is our swath on? Enable straw swath. There. Let us first see if the thing is actually on. Tell me this unfolding. This is weird. Why aren't we enabling on? So sorry. Which one is the comma, which one is the point? There is a way to actually see this. It should be enabled. So you can't do anything with the store at the moment. Come on, why don't you want to enable store swapping? Come on, enable store swap. Why aren't you enabling? For some reason it doesn't want to enable it at the moment. So there we go. The comma, the point. It really didn't want to enable it, but in any case now it's enabled. If it says disable, that is what the command does. So if it says disable straw swap, the straw swap is enabled. Now we are still cultivating here. And we will go and drop this off. So I can sell this, but I'm gonna do some souvenir hunting. Now see if there's any contracts worth my while that I am planning to do with the okay, we want to drop it, it's I. So, well, this thing is dropping. We can check the contracts over again. So baling, yes it gives, but I don't want to ride around at the moment. I'm looking for something that's not fertilizing. We don't have the machine for it. Harvesting. For none of these we have the machinery. Hoeing is there's a nice contract for 300 for 3,000. Stone picking. Stone picking. We want to do stone picking because we want the stones. We actually want the stones here. Stone picking is one of those things that you can do, but so we're gonna do the stone picking because we want the stones for that. Now the hoe, we don't have a hoe yet. So here we are paying 700 to lease it. Bit expensive, but minus 700, we still get a bit of money here. If you do this stuff on, it's on field 50. If you do this stuff on the easy mode, you do get more money. Like this. But much more you get, your hiring costs are less. This is a bit more a hefty John Deere. This is our hoe, and we need a weight in front of our tractor. You will see our yellow tractor has got a weight automatically attached, which is A, a good thing, B, a bad thing, because you can't attach extra stuff to it. Now we do want a larger tractor later on. Sometimes to do this. Oh, come on. If you forget which type, yeah. If you have a, oh, there we go. And because we are doing this easily or more, you can drive. There is some traffic on the road, so you will drive with the AI in a bit. Yeah, field 50, where's field 50? There we go. If you get the contract, you will get this nice red ring on the field, so you know you need to be there. You'll set him off so that he can drive there. Some other contract we want is the stone picking one, because stones can be used by you later on to create some things. Now we are not going to make a lot of money. We might even lose money for this because we are borrowing the equipment. But for this we really want, what is important here is we want the things that we want the stones. You can see our workers are busy doing things. It's not a big field, so this is 56. This is the same tractor we have, mind you. This one is still doing its thing. This one is done. Drive him over there. And something I actually want is the cement mill. Because... come on! Now we might or we might not use the straw swath. What we are going to do first is we're going to sell the trailer for our harvester. Because, where is it? There's the trailer. We do not need it. And we can use the 200 and whatever euros. Alright, so let me just see what we, there we go. Here we can just sit there. So something that we do really want to do is, come on Lee, we want to build ourselves a cement factory. But there isn't a lot of place where we can do it yet. Only place might be here next to our silo. And it might sound a stupid thing to do at the moment. Let's go into the shop menu. Just see if there's anything that we want there. No. Nothing there. It might be stupid to actually build one now. What we want is, we want a sawmill. We want a small cement factory. We don't want a small sawmill yet. Because of a very simple thing. There's the small cement factory. As I say, we do not want the small sawmill. For a very simple reason. So here we go, all our stuff will be dumped there. We don't need to be there, we need to be there and there. How close can I get it to there? To put it inside there. And we'll dump it there. It is not the best way to make money, but we want a place where we can dump firstly our stone. We need wood chips to actually work with this. So here we dump our stone and our wood chips. Later on when we get wood chips, that's why we want the other factory. Or the big sawmill. The big sawmill won't fit here. The big sawmill will well fit somewhere else, so we do need to make money first before we can do anything. Okay, let our workers start here. Now the harvester, the only thing that can do is harvest. Again I say I'm gonna collect the stuff when I finish here. You will see the hoeing is almost already complete. It's because we are playing on with the precision farming mod enabled. I do like the environmental score thing. It's something you can strive to. Now a mowing contract is also nice, and you will see we can do this one because it's a nice money maker for us. Only costs us 500. It's field that, and you can have 3 contracts running at the same time. Now here you can see there's our stones, and if we go to our map, run around there, and if we go to wherever we are, it should show us some stones. There we go. Here the red on this field, this is the stones. This is not our field, however. So we'll put you on auto. Here we can see our stone picker up at work. So our main reason for using, now this is a cool mower. By doing contracts, you can see all of the nice equipment that you cannot yet afford to have. Alright. I'm trying to keep this as well around an hour, but this might not work for this game. Now, did it actually leave? That's the other problem sometimes you have, is your machinery, the worker doesn't always want to work. You either might be too close to the machinery or something, so then you just drive it a bit out of there and start again. And besides from not wanting my video too long, I might have to go shortly because I've got a thing to do. Now let's see, did our worker work? Ah, there we go, now he's driving. So we've got our worker there working. This one is hanging around waiting for the harvester to drive. Now the first thing we really want is gonna be our logging equipment so that we basically can do. We want the logging stuff, but we can't really afford to get the logging stuff so far because we don't have everything yet. But we could get. This is what we basically need. Before we're gonna hunt, and then we're gonna hunt for those. But I'm not gonna show you that. So we want to go to logging, forestry. We may do, sometimes, last time when I did this, I started with the wood chipper. I got a wood chipper, but I don't want to start with the wood chipper. What we are gonna need is this thing. For removing stumps. There is another machine you can use for that. Where is it now? What is it, the mulcher? That's a tree planter. Where's the mulcher? The mulcher. You can use the mulcher as well, and I'm always not sure which one is which one. This one is not the one we want. I think it's this one we need, because it's for the tractor. So you can use the mulcher, but the mulcher is a wee bit more expensive than the stump remover. Although it does work a bit more easily. Now here we've got some towing machine that we want. So which one to get? Let's see. So we've got 6 point something ton, 8 ton. This one I actually really like. We get this because you can do bigger trees. So we will buy this one as well. So let's buy some stuff, yes. Buy this one, yes. And we really want the stump removal as well, because it's easy to much more easy to remove stumps while you are cutting trees down. You might say it's stupid to spend money now, but we are gonna get around 250,000 anyway. So we are gonna get the money. We need 150,000 for our sawmill. But we do need something to move our wood just out of the way so that we can have the sawmill. Yeah, you can see we are still collecting stones. There we are almost finished. Where is our little stone removal thing? There it is, and it is not where we want it to be. Oh wait, back one. You can see we have done already. Some stones are gone. And you can see here is something that will happen. You can see we are stuck here because he sort of, hopefully we are not permanently stuck. It might extract itself from here, I don't know. But that's the other problem that might occur. You might get yourself trapped on a bridge. That's the other bad part about AI workers. Not that I drive any better, but damn AI is supposed to be better at this. Okay, granted this is a large machine. Let's say, where are we? Oh, we are almost at our field. Yes, there we go. This is the one we want to mow. Yay! So we'll start mowing. This is grass. Now we haven't talked about anything about the crops we want yet. So what crops do we want? How far is our harvester? Our harvester is full. So we are harvesting wheat with the harvester at the moment. Which means that it takes up more space than canola does. If I wasn't going on a little scavenger hunt later, I would have most likely sold some of the crop, although you wouldn't have gotten a lot of money for it. I'm trying to, if you have to, you don't make a lot with base crops. You can use it to build some of your base factories and such. Now you can see how low we've fallen in our little buying bid. But logging equipment, frankly, is very expensive. The only reason I did the cement factory now was I know I was going to get stones, and then I had to have it all on a heap somewhere, and then I have to move it again later. Yeah. Anyway, your normal grain crops you don't get a lot of money on. We're going to see how I haven't really started this game with from scratch with precision farming. My previous game was already in progress when precision farming came out, and I just went on with it. So we'll pop into precision farming and see how we look at the moment. Our score is not good. We are not in the red yet, but we are definitely not in the green. So we'll pop in there. There, yes. Okay, this is done. So it is done cultivating. The field is August, so some stuff we might be able to cultivate later. This one we cultivated. This one we haven't cultivated yet. And we need to cultivate it now. So truly, before we can start anything, we need to wait for. Ah, so you can see one of our contracts finished while we were doing other things. So it says complete, yes. Revenue, let's see, this is what we're gonna get. So there, we're done. We got 2,000 and something for that. Gonna get 1,000 and something for that. 4,000 and something for that. So basically you have to check out how much is your equipment gonna cost you. How much, and baling contracts is very, very baling, and bale wrapping contracts is very nicely expensive because you cannot let the computer handle it. Harvesting contracts, some of the stuff you can do, some of the stuff the computer cannot do. Hoeing, here's another nice mowing one. Weeding. So let's see how much this will cost us. 7 something. Weeding will cost us 8 something. So you literally check out the contract and see what will you get, what is the most your wood contract is also very expensive. Oh, this one is on that field. But again, you have to do the contract yourself. You cannot let the computer cannot handle that for you. So there's our equipment that we are gonna pick up soonish. Something else we will need is a forklift. Another main crop that we are going to do is grass and haying and such. More precisely silage. Now this is a big field, these are small fields, you can make it one big field. You see, we're already running low on tractors. Okay, you are done. Yes, you done? Are you done? You are not full yet, but are you done? That's the question. That's the difficulty with some of this stuff. So let's see if we, and there is some contracts that just does not finish. It's okay, so here it's completed. Yes, that one is completed already, this one. But we can say yes, we have completed it now, but then our it will disappear, this tractor with its equipment. And we, frankly, want what it has inside. We want the stones. So we are going to drive it back to our farmyard. Here. So we want to drive it back. Let it drive itself back. Where are you? Where are you, stupid thing? We've lost ourselves. Ah, there we go. Yes, we are driving back. So we want this back. And now we must just remember not to. This one is at its field. It can start with its job. Now, as I say, there is a problem with some of these contracts. We don't always know which ones have the problem. They just do. So while all of these are working, we might just pop back later and see how well they did. So I'm gonna pop out a bit, let stuff work, and then we will catch up back with you in a bit. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it here for the day. You will see interesting thing. The graphics in the game doesn't always kick in. This trailer is full, but you can't see it. It just doesn't register. You can see here on my bar on the screen that the track that it's full. And if we drive it to the silo, you will see that yes, I think it will actually spill some wheat out there. Ew. If we actually do it correctly, you will see when we drove past, our cement, our stones has arrived, and we will of course fit that in as well, but we'll do that next time. And then you do get this where you just don't want to line up, and there's definitely some trees that needs to go. Other thing we're gonna get is a tractor. Let's see, does it actually... Now you can see it does actually register, although it doesn't show the crop. Now I'm playing on, as I said, low graphics, deliberately. And talk about the graphics. Look at how nicely all of this is. Although I'm on the lowest graphics settings there is, this still looks nice. It still has got a lot of detail. I mean, just look at the tractor cab. You still see this. You still see all of the stuff in the cab. It is really good graphics. It's just not as good as it can be. So that will be the end of our first playthrough. It's not the end of our first month though, but I have to go and hence can't be. So we're at about 4 o'clock. We'll start. I was hoping to finish the first month, and I was hoping to finish some more stuff, but well, that is how it goes. So thanks for watching. Please support my channel, please subscribe, please go and donate on patreon.com, and see you at my next game playthrough.